Hey guys, welcome to Djo Talking Nerdy. I am Djo, and today I'm doing a review. I just got back from the theater for Marvel's Shang-Chi, the new Marvel movie in the Phase 4. What was the first? I think Spider-Man was the first. The last Spider-Man was the first Phase 4, right? Then Black Widow, then this. And I believe we're a year behind on stuff we could have had because of COVID. I think this was supposed to come out the end of last year, and now it's coming out the end of this year. So, sorry, I keep looking up. Hey, I'm a boomer, okay? I'm getting used to this stuff. I'm really not a boomer. I'm just really bad with technology. But, all right. This should be working now. Should be working. Yes, it is. Okay. So we're gonna. I'm so bad at this. Sorry. Anyway, I think I got a good review though. So I want to start out with. I got some notes here. I want to start out with, and you've seen the title of this video. I'm very anti woke. Any of that agenda stuff filtered into modern day media. It irks the heck out of me. It pulls me right out of what I'm watching, and usually it destroys whatever it touches. You know, it's like a deadly rusting virus that just as soon as it's on, it just spreads and decays. But so how I want you to know up front, I'm not into that stuff. I follow the Comics Gate crew, the Nerdrotic crew, the Geeks and Gamers crew, World Class Bullshitters, and so on and so on. It's pretty much everybody. Was it Mauler, Robot Head? There's a ton of people that are against. They're against wokeness, but they're really just for calling out. They're not shills. They're not shills, and they're for good stories. So, with saying that, they tend to. They are not looking forward to this movie at all. Everyone is kind of dreading it, not wanting to see it. They think it's going to do terribly. I wasn't super pumped for it, to be honest, because I don't know Shang-Chi at all. I know a lot of comics. That was one that was, I think its heyday was when Bruce Lee was alive and popular, 70s going on 80s. And, my dad knows of it and everything, but it's not something that, he didn't stick around all the time. In fact, to be honest, I forgot he even existed until, they announced his movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one guy. Yeah, but so he's Marvel's version of Bruce Lee, essentially. I don't believe he has any superpowers in the comic. He doesn't have the 10 rings and everything that are from the movie. He's just a badass temple trained warrior, and helps out the Avengers, and of course has his own book and storyline and stuff. Anyway, so the crew I follow are not looking forward to this at all. I wasn't really either. The only thing I was really pumped for was I love kung fu flicks. I love Dragon Ball anime things, and the fights and action kind of looked live action Dragon Ball ish. Lots of ground breakage, explosions, people screaming, and energy blasts. There you go, right there as I'm talking. So that was pretty much it for me for looking forward to, because I can't stand that the trailer humor with the Aquafina girl looked she really 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 made me not look forward to this movie. The rewatching this trailer reminds me of the feelings, but I want to get to. I'm just taking forever that I really actually enjoyed this movie. Genuinely, I don't get paid by Disney. You could see from my subscriber count. I don't get shit. I don't even the geeks and gamers and everyone. They don't even know me either. I'm not on anyone's radar. So this is 100% honest opinion, man. I liked it. Now, is it? I liked it, and I liked it a lot, and a lot of it is just for the boyish, child in me. The action is awesome and stuff, but uh, let me, because if you're watching this, you're definitely a nerd and a Marvel nerd. I'm trying to think what to compare it to. What I text my one friend was, he's a black guy, and he wasn't crazy about Black Panther. So I told him and we would talk about it all the time. I don't really think Black Panther's that great either. I said it's like Black Panther, but good. It's the best way I could put it to him. So if you like Black Panther, you might think this is even better. Trying to think what other Marvel flick it's like. All I can think of in my head are bad ones. That does not mean the movie's bad. I can usually start from the bottom up because the top debate for Marvel films is constantly interchanging for me. Mainly the very first Avengers movie and Winter Soldier are always like, those are number one for me. And then the Infinity War and Endgame constantly switch back and forth. But okay, let me get into just an actual review, and then I'm going to spoil and I'm going to talk about the movie for a bit, the actual like spoilers and more in depth. So basic stuff, very good in my opinion. I'd probably give it. So if you haven't seen it, you can watch this part and then just skip the video and come back later for spoilers. I'd probably give it a solid B minus to C plus. That's not bad. That's definitely a hey, I want a good enjoyable movie to watch. This movie's not going to change your life. It's not triumphant or groundbreaking as all the reviewers were calling it when the people that all happen to get invited by Disney to come and see it, almost every single one had the word triumphant or triumph in their Rotten Tomato reviews. Tell me that's not a conspiracy. Anyway, it's good. It's a good sit back and chill. Like if this was at home, if they did do the Disney Day release, it'd be a good you're chilling date night with your wife. I would take my whole family to this because they get into some of the mystical stuff, and I think my kids would really think that was cool. But I don't know where I was going at. Anyway, it's good. It's worth the ticket price. Are you going to be blown away? Will it change your life? No, but it is very, very good. If you like kung fu action, you should just see it in general. You don't even have to be a Marvel fan. You want good fights. They're really well done. There's a lot of tight shots that bugged me, but there's a lot of it does open up and everything, especially the fight with his father and everything. It's very you can tell what's going on. You're not like, whoa, who got hit? What's this? What's that? But yeah, I need to work on my breathing. Have you guys noticed my breathing is like I don't publicly speak and stuff. I just talk to friends. So this is new. How you like that paper noise in the microphone too? Okay, so my one complaint in non-spoilery review part is the storytelling is messy. There's the beginning before they get into any mystical locations, I'll say, magic locations, is very up and down, like very wonky. They go to flashbacks to modern day, to humor, to this, to that, like, and it's very, very choppy. You can tell there at the end of the movie credits, I was like, this has to be a bunch of people wrote this movie. And sure enough, I think it's 5 different people helped write this. So that's always like fighting to keep my bit in that I wrote. No, my bit in that I wrote. And then you just get a very messy, wonky movie. For the first half, once they get into, we'll say the magic location, the movie is very established and you know where it's going. You're in that world. You're good to go. So just keep that in mind. Lots of the humor, there's lots of humor in here. It's a Marvel film. Lots of it doesn't work. There were a bunch of times I wasn't laughing. That Aquafina girl did. I think I maybe chuckled once or twice at her jokes. She jokes a lot. She reminded me of the Thor: Dark World. What's her name in that? The sidekick girl to Natalie Portman, Kate Dennings in real life. I don't know what her character's name is. Supposedly she was in WandaVision. I didn't watch it. But yeah, there is some humor that does really work. At first you see the fight on the subway train and there's a guy videotaping it, and that's 100% what would happen nowadays. So that was funny, but then they go back to it like 4 times and it makes it not funny. So there's more humor that doesn't work than does. So that's unfortunate. Let's see. Yeah, I said it's pretty much like Black Panther, but good. Yeah, and halfway into the movie, it really takes off. I do recommend you go check it out in the theater. If you're into Marvel or into Kung Fu, go check it out. It's a fun time. Let's see. Oh, and then before the spoiler talk, I want to get into the acting. The main character, Shang-Chi, I can't remember the actor's name, Limu Su or something. I don't know what his name is. He's good, but there's a lot of times it almost looks like he's on the verge of smiling, like a lot of times. And I'm like, son of a bee, like, just take it serious. And I was worried. I was like, I know he's going to have to fight, he's going to have an emotional fight scene, you know? And I was like, he better be able to sell it, you know? And he does. He does just fine. And that restored my faith in him. So he's good. Let's see. Who is the. Oh, Aquafina is absolutely awful. I can't stand this chick. I don't know how she came to fame and everyone loves her and stuff. And I absolutely do not get it. She was number one annoyance. She has a few good scenes and her character does get better. By the end of it, I can stand her. Let's put it that way. But she is basically Jar Jar Binks through 90% of the film. Let's see. His sister that's in it, she's fantastic. She's one of the absolute best actresses in the movie. She really handles her role, handles the weight of her role that she's that's her there given very well. She's very good. She thinking about it now, that's why I'm kind of flustered. I'm like, she probably was the best actor next to the dad in the film. So then we get I'm gonna go to dad. The dad's great. There's you feel bad for him. You're mad at him. You feel sorry for him. You feel it's crazy. What I actually liked was it reminded me of like a real family instinct for your parents, I guess, or whatever. Like it feels like a real family. The dad suffering from loss and everything, and wasn't a great guy to begin with anyway. And you kind of Shang-Chi is dealing with, just like I guess I relate because I deal with it in my life, that your parents aren't perfect, and when you're younger growing up, I mean that's all you think, you got to put them on a pedestal, and then you realize they're real people just like you, like they have flaws, and you can only do so much to help them, just like a child. Eventually, when you have kids, it's like I can only do so much for you. It's on you. So I like that, and his dad was fantastic, great fighter. I saw it at the Alamo, and they have those little like movie things that play at the beginning, and I guess he's a big Chinese action star, like in a bunch of those wushu martial arts type, Crouching Tiger type movies. So it's cool to see him get a prominent role in a Marvel movie. Very cool. And then I want to talk about some other actors, but that's going to be spoilers. So go ahead. I say go see it. I enjoyed it. I think you will. I do not think you'll come out of this hating it. You're going to be bored in some parts, but it's very short boredness, and I think you'll come out and you'll be like, that's pretty cool. I like this. It establishes a fun, cool character for the new character for the Marvel Universe. I dig it. Recommend it. All right. Now we're going to spoilers. Okay. So spoilers now. If you haven't seen it or gotten a chance, go away. Come back. All right. Spoilers. The other actors I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to talk about some spoiler cameos. So serious spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go, run, hide. The fake Mandarin, Ben Kingsley, Trevor, I can't remember what his name is, Trevor something, is back in this, and it is absolutely hilarious. Almost every single line he has got a laugh out of me. I got what they were doing with him. Ben Kingsley is a fantastic actor, so of course he's going to pull it off. But they like endear you to him. It's very cool. At one point you are genuinely worried or sad about him and stuff. And I mean, really, when you think about it, the dude is dumb. Like they establish that in this, that he is. You kind of thought he was like just a drunken idiot, but he's sober in this, and this man is dumb. I really think he thought he was being a fun actor, and it was just getting the riches of women and booze and drug, like all he could eat and drink, because this dude's paying him, get on camera for a minute, and then we hide you in this compound, and you get to live the life of luxury. So honestly, I don't really hold his acting against him. Yeah, he scared people, but he didn't do any of the actual terrorist acts. So he's cool in my book. But he's really funny. He has this little faceless animal thing. I'm guessing Chinese audiences would know what that is. We'll get into the creatures in a little bit, but it's super cute. Their little duo together is very funny. It helps move the plot along and everything. Trevor is back, and I like it. I hope, honestly, we see him in the next Shang-Chi or some other movie too. Oh, okay. And then Michelle Yeoh is in this. I'm not sure if they show her in the trailer or not, but at first when I saw her, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I feel like I knew she was in this. But anyway, she's fantastic. She's always good. She's a legit great martial artist, but also a very good actor. Like, she translated a little better than Jackie Chan, that's for sure, into her acting and physical performances and stuff. So I was very happy to see her. She has a great, great role in it and everything, and we'll probably see her again, I imagine, in the Marvel universe. So okay, so we're gonna move along into the is choppy beginning. All this stuff, is choppy. All this stuff. But then they get to the magical world of Lao Ten or something, and it is awesome. It legit reminded me of a little bit of the feeling of the first time seeing Pandora in the Avatar movie. Not this Avatar, the blue people Avatar. I guess he's blue right now. But I just kind of wanted to live there. I was like, dude, if this was a safari park or something, I would go here all the time. The animals are so cool. They've brought to life so many of the Chinese fantasy beasts and stuff. The big, you ever been to a Chinese restaurant? You see the two lions at the front door, and then one is got its paw on the ball. That's usually the male, and then the other has a paw on the baby one. Those are in the movie and alive and stuff, and it was so cool to see. One thing I was talking about with Black Panther, it being Black Panther but good, the CGI is fantastic in this. Some of the best, honestly, since like Endgame and stuff. I mean, there's some shoddy stuff in Endgame too, but well, Endgame, Infinity War, you know what I'm talking about. But maybe they had more time to clean it up, because they did have more time, and or put more money into it. Let's put it that way, since they had more time. It melted my heart, man. Those animals going through, seeing them in the village, absolutely awesome. It reminded me of Miyazaki films. Oh, what's the one? I think it is Spirited Away. It has the white dragon. Pretty sure. There's a bunch of movies. Like, you could have stuck Totoro walking around in the background, and I've been like, oh my god, that's real life Totoro. But so many cool beasts. There was one that looked like it was like a horse deer thing with like almost like dragon scale head that reminded me of the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke. My favorite anime film ever. Princess Mononoke. If you haven't seen it, watch it. So that was so cool. Like, I don't know. I know I'm gushing on this part, but it really it immediately made me want to take my daughter to see it. My little one would be like absolutely blown away. Oh, and then she pretends she has some fox game that she plays, some app or something, and she can be a fox in it. And there's a nine-tailed fox. They literally have silver nine-tailed foxes in this, and even babies. Lost my mind. Sorry. I'm a manly man in real life, but I also have two daughters, so I'm a softie too. So the beasts were friggin' awesome. They're probably my favorite part. But it's like a tiny spot too. You guys are gonna see it and go, oh my god, that was like a 2-minute scene. Anyway, dragon scales, absolutely awesome. Again, reminded me of Black Panther and the vibranium, but it doesn't cure herpes and bullets in the spine. Like it's just hardened, cool, magical blades or armor. Like they literally have a full-on dragon scale as a shield of armor and stuff, and then his thing is woven like dragon scales and stuff. Shang-Chi's actual red suit, you'll see. That was so cool. Such cool weaponry. You could tell a lot of it was made for defense, and then if they needed to, mess some people up, they could and would, of course. The soul sucker things were very cool design. I don't know what it is with Chinese Japanese culture that sucking the soul out. Like we have Katana and her blade keeps the soul. What was the other thing I was thinking about when I saw the Shang Tsung takes your soul is mine from Mortal Kombat and stuff. I wonder if that's like a big I mean, of course, I'm Christian, so I believe in the soul and everything. So that would be terrifying to be your soul to be taken and eaten. It's like you're deleted from what is it, eternity. So yes, it is scary, but I wonder if that's like a big thing in their culture. So yeah, those things were creepy. They were cool looking. They kind of had a Cthulhu going vibe to them. So I like that. Oh yeah, and then the Great Protector. I was worried, man. So I saw there's one trailer, maybe this one. I cut it up, so hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. That shows Shang-Chi underwater, and you see it. And then, of course, I've seen the toy at Target, but it's like for miniaturized for kid. It's the scale is off completely. So I was worried that it was going to look like that weird like eel in the actual movie. But the scale of it and proportion of it is awesome. Done like I said with the Spirited Away, it's very much like that dragon. It looks like a how I would imagine a Oriental looking dragon looking in real life. Like it even I guess slumbers in their little lake thing, so it had like algae on it and everything, like a whale or alligator that's been in the water for a long time. They get the little green algae. I thought that detail was so good, so cool. And like I said, that's what if the CG was off on that stuff, which there's some that you can tell like they're on a green screen shaped animal and or acting. And then, of course, they computerize in. You can see it, but there's a lot that just looks flawless, and you're like, damn, I'm buying it. When there's one point that the sister's on it, and I think she rescues Shang-Chi or something. And, dude, I was like, yeah, like it was a good moment. It got me. Let's see. All right, then we'll get to the end battle and fight. First, I want to talk about the dad versus Shang-Chi and the 10 rings. The 10 rings were awesome, in my opinion. Very cool. Like I said, I like Dragon Ball and that stuff. And it had that type of, I don't want to say capabilities, but that kind of look. They even mention a Kamehameha at the end of the film. So that's kind of cool. But I don't know, man. The powers were just sick as hell. Like really cool. And then at the end, they have a kind of a Empire Strikes Back battle, like father and son. And Shang-Chi is one by one. He's like getting the 10 rings that come to him, and they turn orange and stuff instead of blue. And it was just really, really cool. The fight was well acted. It was powerful. He's trying to get through to his dad, like, Dad, like, you've done enough in your life. It's like bad. Like, let's not end it with you being, unleashing the end of the world Cthulhu monster. And he's just not getting it because the creature is calling to him like his dead wife. That's all he wants. He wants his wife back. It's the only thing that made him feel probably human. If he's been alive for thousands of years, I imagine it kind of reminded me of Bram Stoker's Dracula. And the one thing that made him feel like a person or human again was his love or whatever. So yeah, that fight, very, very good, very epic. And you could tell the dad didn't want to fight his son. You can tell the dad didn't want to fight his dad. Shang-Chi didn't want to have to kill his dad. And then, of course, that's not an option towards the end. And then Yeah, it just very well done. Like I said, I was worried about his acting, the main Shang-Chi guy, but he did great at the end. Really pulled it off. He's yelling at his dad and like, "Dad, no, please don't." Very very well done. And the dad, again, fantastic actor. And then you have at the very end, you have the soul sucker, big old macho demon soul sucker thing gets unleashed, and the great dragon Shang-Chi and sister have to fight it. You think all is lost, and then the annoying Aquafina actually has a good scene, well acted, and she even has a line that was kind of off-putting, but it was kind of like it was real to her character. Let's put it that way. So that's why I did chuckle. I was like, when she said it. If you're in the spoilers, you've seen the thing when she takes out the throat. She's like, "Holy," and that's exactly what her established character would do. So I bought it, and it was fine. That fight was awesome. Shang-Chi's finishing move, he ends up shooting the rings into the belly. Like you can see he's doing all the wushu kung fu moves, getting his energy up, aligning him up, spreading him out in its belly, and then he just does the final like move to just like, I guess, burst the energy or tighten it or what, but the thing blows up and it's so sick and cool looking, guts and stuff. Very cool. And then of course the great dragon gets him, saves him, and then happy ending and everything. And the great dragon, they all save the great dragon. The great dragon lives on and can protect them and stuff. And very cool. The great dragon kind of reminded me of the nine tail from Naruto that can help him. And that seemed they had a connection. So I wonder if the mom had a connection with the great dragon also. Maybe that'll be discussed in the sequel. I know this review is getting long. Sorry. So it wraps up with a funny little. It kind of goes back to them storytelling and stuff. And it's actually, that was the one time Aquafina actually in Shang-Chi, their humor, I kind of got it by then. I was flowing with their humor, you could say. And I dug it. The storytelling was good. Then Wong from Doctor Strange comes in and is like, "Oh, we need you, blah, blah, blah." And they go in, and that's pretty much the ending. But there's two end credit scenes too, technically. So it ends with they go with Wong. The middle end credit scene is them talking to Wong, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, and Hulk, Bruce Banner, and he can turn back human. I thought that was like a thing he couldn't do now because I don't know. Anyway, they're all talking, and no one knows what the 10 rings are, which is kind of cool. So we'll discover whatever those things are eventually. Like they're not Wakandan. They're not, I'm betting the Eternals will get to know more of whatever it is. But, yeah. So they're trying to figure that out. They don't know. And Wong's basically like, "Welcome to the crew. Get ready. You're a superhero. We'll be calling on you often." And he's like, "Yeah, cool." And, that I like that. And then the, very, very end credit, was not worth the wait. I should have just read what it was, but, you have the dad establish the 10 ring organization. That's basically like, it reminded me of, what are the Ra's al Ghul? It's kind of like the hand, or the foot. Oh man, what is Ra's al Ghul's thing? Son of a bee. I can't think of it. Anyway, they topple regimes. They do this all throughout time. They've done this stuff. It reminded me of that, and she's supposed to basically dismantle it and destroy it. And nope, she takes it over. The sis takes it over, and it kind of made sense, because she was really miffed. She was young enough to definitely be influenced negatively, because she was really little when all her mother died and the dad's influence took over and all that. So I can see her not wanting to give up the power, So you could set that up that maybe they're in the middle. They're not so much bad. They're not so much good, you know. But I dug it. It was cool, but it wasn't worth waiting. I could have read about it and been like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was cool. So, all right, this review has been long enough. Thank you for sitting through it with me. Let's get back to what do I do? This one, right? I think I'm full screen now. Yeah, I am. Again, thank you for sitting through it with me. Did you like it? I'd like to hear your comments below because I know all the people I follow. I guarantee I know their opinion on it. They're gonna hate the heck out of it because there's a teeny bit of wokeness in there. There's a line the sister says that she watched them do their moves, but she learned to do it on her own and did it better. It's like, okay. Maybe if this woke agenda stuff wasn't going on right now, I wouldn't even notice and let it slide. Like, oh, cool. So she just stayed up day and night learning it or something, but now it's like, no, that was specifically probably written in there just to. But anyway, I like the movie. Did you like it? Please comment below. Please like this message. Please subscribe. Please share this to every single person you know. You don't have to. But I do genuinely appreciate just you watching, seeing the view count go up and getting my brain, let my brain go. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.